Asamabo. Information de Riaso. It's been almost 6 years senior Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. Otuana nanom ewon siado. Nanu wono emu nsada enya klesa. Wo baka ya 2020 owu ye no. Ena bi chem so eye COVID-19 ena eku JJ Rawlings. But one of the founding members of the NPP, Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe, was dropping bombshell. Hey! So JJ Rawlings was killed. Was there fire on oral? Ebushama tumebo na ensamono mejujum. Wo Canada, US, UK, and I said other 35 countries are meant to me emboni nyina. Na sa wo saniska ebepiem wo Ghana and I said business transaction bi na wo ya. Masra wase wo be use Pesa money transfer app. Because we send this car easy. Sasu no mukuta the best rates. Na energy samne say we send this car. Na we use the referral code TRANSGH. We first transaction na we no say do £50 and above. Pesa money transfer app or mobile chow £10 cash back. And it masrawa so we use the referral code TRANSGH. Na afi dia mo chi wonka highway no. So abdo say tutututututu. Ebusuya Yembo room. Eba no NDC promise ba kwa mo de ma Ghana for eno de omo hwe so eto aba emo mo boom because na bebre na ekyeremu a katasehye proye kon bonde kankan eyade a emene oman Ghana. Eno nti NDC omo de operation recover all loot eno de omo de bonto no Ghana for bebre na no bought into that idea and de omo to aba emo mo. Na so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oba abemui 1 year plus. Now so omuntumi kra no angeli akokọ ba akokra eno na ebusuya Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe one of the founding members of the NPP ebusuya wa be mu say
nothing is happening and these people are working freely.
They say they have oral is prosecuting a number of these people.
What has the oral done? Tell me what is done so far. Maybe I don't know. When Kufuor came to power, I am a stout NPP man. A lot of malfeasance were detected in the previous administration of the NDC. A special court was put in place.
Yes.
People were arrested, detained, prosecuted, and sent to jail, including very prominent people in this country.
Yes.
Within a short period that the new administration came. What are we seeing now?
You don't see the willpower to prosecute?
You tell me anyone who has been prosecuted successfully, as we sit down now, when this new government came into power. You show me one person.
So you don't think that oral ultimately will be able to successfully?
Look, if you want to test the salinity of a salt, you have to put it in your mouth. If you don't do that, you will never know the salinity of that particular salt, because salt comes from different areas. You made mention of oral. And believe me, and these days I don't talk like an MPP or CPP or no. My interest is in this nation, how this nation can move forward. There were a lot of accusations against people who were in the previous administration. The impression some of us even had that some of the accusations were so naked, you can see straight that this is an offense that has been committed. We have the government has been in existence for 1 year plus.
Yes.
Not a single person, one single person has been successfully prosecuted. Then you ask yourself, the thousands of them, are they even going to be called at all? So that is my biggest concern. If people who steal state property, money for the people, are arrested, prosecuted successfully, and jailed, that would be a huge deterrent to politicians.
Now, Yambonra former president, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, Nuwono Eso. Because Ebano Jerry John Rawlings are, or no, the first president are, odi here wura the Fourth Republic I know that yeah enjoy yi. So me do ko echire kakra November 12 2020 I know that after 3 weeks oh my Ghana yekoto about 2020 elections no eno ne ebeto odwa say Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings watoya nananom e won Seado e wo Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Na ebe no JJ Rawlings ade portia enam so a owuye me ne cause of death na emu nhyada enya clear saa eno na ebusua ne de enenam framam say oh Jerry John Rawlings COVID-19 ena eku no ebi so kyerem ade bi so no mu ngindi because JJ ni wuo no bibi wom na rumor bebrena no enenam framam say one of the founding members of the NPP Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe ono na oye JJ Rawlings ni doctor enunti eye Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe ebe no JJ Rawlings ni wuo no kra na onim hubi enunti JJ Rawlings otua na nanom wonse do November 12 2020 no ade akyenye pe ena journalist bi o approach Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe obisa no questions bi Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe ebe no that rumors na in some way na wachirem.
I remember a few hours after the passing on of Jerry John Rawlings.
Okay.
Early in the morning, I had a visit from a journalist.
Okay.
He came, opened his phone, and I have it on my phone right now. It's almost 5 years now.
Yes.
Then, reading it, it has been stated there clearly that I was Rawlings' physician, and that when he fell ill, I was called, went to his house to have a look at him. And I suggested that he should be moved to Nyaho Clinic. And the wife, late Konado Ajman Rawlings, I regret strongly that that lady is no more, particularly because of this story. The wife disagreed with me that Rawlings should be moved to Kolebu.
These are still the claims.
These are claims. I'm talking about claims.
Yes.
None of what I have said so far is true. So you have to ask yourself, why should a group of people formulate such a thing? They have a reason. So Rawlings should be moved from how the story is narrated, that Konadu was against my suggestion that he should be sent to Nyaho Clinic and he should be moved to Kolebu. Then within a short time, 2 doctors came from Kolebu to join me in looking after Rawlings. And the doctors allegedly are said to have been sent by Akufo-Addo. So when I read it, I felt so bad and very sad. So right in front of the journalist, I called my cousin, who was then running Nyaho Clinic, a young doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Tamakloe.
And I said, Doc, Elikam is called.
Elik, yeah.
Go through our records and see, because when I spent my time there with the founder of the clinic, my late uncle,
Yes.
I have not seen Rawlings anywhere near the clinic. Find out if somewhere along the line he has been brought there. And this was during the COVID period. He came back and told me that there's nothing like that. I say, just most recent, he said, he has checked, there's nothing like that. So the journalist advised that I should respond immediately, because these have gone all over the world. And it's true, people called me.
Yes.
As far as from Australia. Now, what I have narrated to you is a complete fallacy, lies. I have never been Rawlings' doctor. I've never been to Rawlings' house, residence. Never, ever.
You never went to his residence?
Never, ever. And these are facts. I have not even given Rawlings any attention in an emergency case as a doctor. Rawlings was in the Air Force most of the time in Takrady. I was in the infantry.
Okay.
Here, either in 1 battalion of infantry, and my next battalion was 5 battalion of infantry. I have not come across Rawlings anywhere. Indeed, even though Rawlings is a relation, Because Rawlings' grandmother
Yes.
was a granddaughter of Nyaho Tamakloe the first, my great-great-grandfather.
And Rawlings' mother was your auntie.
Yes, she was my auntie. Rawlings' mother was my auntie. So I asked myself, who can falsify such a thing? They might have a reason. And the reason is quite simple. I have to find out certain things about Rawlings' illness and what led to his death. Because certain things took place.
Ahana someone what ya Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe kyerɛ mu sɛ J.J. Rawlings di wo no bibi wo. Ampani ampa eno na Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe ɔkasa mu no. Ɔkyerɛ mu a J.J. Rawlings that narrative ɛwa abɔnten sɛ COVID-19 ɛna eku J.J. Rawlings no ɛnya no prɛ. Ɔse J.J. Rawlings was killed. J.J. Rawlings okopie mu Kolebu Teaching Hospital no 5 nurses bi na ɛhwɛ no. Now those 5 nurses no omo wahi. Afisu J.J. Rawlings owu ya na. And 2 military personnel no de omo ya captains. Omu hia ye omu kyerem say mission accomplished.
Firstly, the impression we were given as a public was that Rawlings died of COVID-19. Yes. I check it, cross-check it with my own cousin, his own cousin too, Michael Susudis, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
And it was a lie. He had 2 tests and they came out negative. As I have stated in the book. That's point number 1. A man of Rawlings' caliber and level, a former president, cannot die without autopsy being done. And I have said, if an autopsy has been done, they should bring it out.
So that the nation sees it.
It's getting to 1 year now, nobody has come forward. You follow me?
Yes.
Because autopsy can tell us exactly what killed Jerry John Rawlings. Especially if they do what we call chemical pathology. All these things, if they have done them, they should come forward. Thirdly, from what I was told by my cousin, Michael Susudis, may he rest in peace, that 5 nurses who were looking after Jerry John Rawlings at Kolebu, the moment he passed on, they all disappeared. They were taken out of the country.
And I got quite intrigued when I read that.
And I'm coming. Let me line them up so I don't get confused. The nurses disappeared. If the nurses are around, they should come forward. 5th, there were 2 military officers. I know them personally. They know me too, as I've stated in the book.
The captains?
But 2 captains. But for a lot of reasons, I'm holding the name for the meantime. Because I've asked government to set up an independent commission of inquiry to find out what really killed Rawlings. The captains met just after his death. And they shook hands and said, mission accomplished. That means a lot. It's a military balance. That means a lot. Rawlings, to me, didn't die through COVID. He didn't die through COVID. Who planned and have Rawlings eliminated one day will come out.
Is it just because?
Because if it is not a planned thing, you ask yourself, why should I be connected with it? Because if people got to know earlier that I was part of it, they might probably calm their tempers down. That is the whole thing.
Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe and some way na odi ababonten about J.J. Rawlings ni wonu. I know the old chum say J.J. Rawlings was killed and COVID-19 and na eku J.J. Rawlings because ono ne cousin baako a oya medical doctor. Almost the checks as share so a say Jerry John Rawlings COVID-19 omo chem se no na eku no. Omo ye ne test twice. Ni nyina no e negative. Afisu no J.J. Rawlings okopie mu o Kolebu Teaching Hospital no 5 nurses bi ena ehwe J.J. Rawlings. Now so J.J. Rawlings owu ye pe ena those 5 nurses no they disappeared. And no they were taken out of the country. Or say chema J.J. Rawlings owu ye pe ena no de 2 military personnel ena no de omoya captains. Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe kyerɛ mu say onim those people no ena no de omuhia ye say mission accomplished. Adanya JJ Rawlings kwatua na nanom e won siedo eye plantain no de o chem say the government no on for investigations and so about JJ Rawlings ni wodo so eba no JJ Rawlings ni wo no details pa Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe eye ne book a o launch ye 2025 on ebusia our title no A Nation into Retirement, a narrative of a statesman and the okopiemu ewo chapter 6 unveiling the truth who killed Rawlings and the ebusia wako deep ewo hono feel free na chira wadwuma your comment section ho na share video we se na be ya afoforo so omonsa ebekebi macro